This is a ThinkPad T14 Gen 1, and it's one of the best all-rounder modern computers that you can buy for under $300. Maybe even under 500. I mean, it's got no especially standout features. It's got just one soldered RAM slot. It's got an integrated battery, so you can't swap out that battery. It's heavy, at least compared to some other laptops. But it's built like a tank, like all ThinkPads are. And the keyboard, it's one of the last of the 1.8mm keyboards, leading to a great typing feel and a great track point buttons. Track point buttons are just, oof. You need to have them good in order to complete the whole track point experience. I mean, if you're buying a ThinkPad, half the reason why you're buying one is the track point. Like, come on. But anyways, let's get into the specs of this thing. So this right now has a Core i5 10100U, and it's a quad-core 8-thread CPU that goes up to 2-point-something gigahertz. But right now it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's fine, I don't give a shit. It's got 16 gigs of RAM. It goes up to 2.21 gigahertz. Very nice. It's got Intel integrated graphics. I mean, you're not getting very much performance. You're not buying this computer for performance. Buy the P series. But it's got a 500 gig SSD. It's just built like a tank. Look at that. No flex whatsoever. Some other laptops that do have flex is actually this T14 Gen 3. This is my T14 Gen 3. Look at that flex. See that? This thing? No flex. Anyways, so, and the screen, look at that. It's rock solid. Rock solid. I can press on the back. No image distortion. Very nice. Very well built. Track point buttons are good. Trackpad feels very nice. You can click. Very nice click. Keyboard. Very, very nice. Very snappy. Very smooth. It's very light key. It's a very light keyboard among ThinkPads. My X1 Carbon here. It's the last X1 Carbon with the 1.8mm keyboard. It feels more of a heavier. It feels heavier. Anyways, we don't need to talk about that anymore. For videos, focus on this. So, on the left side, we have USB charging port, a second USB charging port, and dock combo port. We have a USB-A, HDMI, headphone microphone combo jack, and a micro SD card reader. This is a very good feature to have on a computer because, come on, SD cards are pretty useful, especially when you're considering the target audience of this thing. And on this side, we have a Ethernet jack, Kensington lock port, and a USB port and a spacer if for the security card like stuff. If you close this on the back, there is a SIM card spacer for computers that were opted with, for a SIM card tray for the computers that were opted with a SIM card with wireless WAN. So now let's move on to the screen. This, for some reason, this model, like T14 in general, T14 Gen 1 in general, was still able to be optioned with a 1366 by 768 display. Yeah, 1366 by 768. And it's a TN1 too. I'm pretty sure it's literally the same panel from what, like the T430. It's not good. Good thing about this is that this one was optioned with 1080p IPS. As you can see, it does colors do shift a little. It's definitely not a very good IPS panel. It's not good viewing. The colors do shift quite a bit as you move it around. It could just be the matte coating, but it's not especially very, yeah, it's colors shift a little. So it is a matte display. It's resists against glare, still shows it though, but resists against it. And overall, as you use it currently, it's still very snappy. You can get one, this is a very good example of one. It's barely any scuffs, very well taken care of. I got this for under 300. If you get like a less good condition one, you can probably get it for like around 200. It's very cheap right now. It's not quite at the dip, at like the bottom dip of price range currently. The T480s, just the 80 series from 2018 is at the bottom of their dip, like this X1 Carbon. This X1 Carbon I got for around 150, and right afterwards, this is the Gen 6, the Gen 7 is like 200 to 300. So I mean, yeah, of course you want to get the Gen 6. Anyways, the keyboard layout, of course, is superb. It's got the wider keyboard. Let me show you what I mean. You see here, this is cut off, meaning where it's more similar to the X series. The X series, when the moment they switched to island style, they cut this part off. But anyways, more similar to the X series, where they squashed this part, they squashed the arrow keys. It's much smaller. Good thing about this Gen 1 is that they maintained the wider, right here, wider keyboard, meaning that you get the wider arrow keys, you get full size, these three keys. I mean, the only key you really use here would be print screen and alt. Who uses right control, like what? And I mean, it's just a lot better. Anyways, we can move on to, man, I can't do a proper review. So overall, let's look at the outside. It's a very nice rubberized coating. It's a little bit more grainy than, let's say, my X1 Carbon, which is more of a smooth feel. I'm literally saying and the back, it's a cacophony of plastics. It's very yep. It's got the docking. What am I supposed to say anymore? Let's start rambling. All right. To the people who are watching this for the review of this computer, it's done. All right, the review is done. I've gone over every aspect of this computer. If you want to know how it is like to use, it's literally like every other computer. Trackpad, it's plastic, but it's fine. Honestly, it's better than it's actually better than my T14. Like I trash on this thing so hard because it's just this. You see how this one is taller? Yeah, that's why. Look, 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 look. It's much more usable because of its taller nature. Anyways, it's a thing. Okay, let's start rambling. So, let's begin by the speakers. The speakers, they're very nice. I've tested them out. It's one of the nicest speakers. Really nice ThinkPad speakers you can get. It's not as nice as the X1 Carbons, but it's very nice. Dang, I've already said everything. There's nothing quirky about this thing. Let's open it up. Let's show off the internals. How are y'all doing today? I don't exactly have very much to say about this computer. I don't have very much gripe about it because I just got it, and I'm not gonna be able to have it anymore after. Ooh, look, keyboard drain hole. That's very nice. That's a very cool feature that newer ThinkPads don't have. Look at, where's my keyboard drain hole? Anyways, let's continue removing the back panel. How the heck do you open this thing? Start from the top. Work my way across the top of the machine. Let me just tear it open. I need two hands for this. Man, this is so annoying. It's not coming out. There we go. All the screws are untightened. Oh my. Alright, there we go. No clips broken as well. Anyways, you see here, you got open SIM WAN card slot. It's just an M.2, I think. You can stick a thing in there. It's got soldered wireless LAN. You got your SSD. You got that one. Wait. Whoa, this one's got the higher end model. This is a higher end one where It's got 16 gigs soldered instead of only 8 gigs. That's pretty nice. And it's got the big battery. This one would be 49 watt hours, 51 watt hours. I don't know. Here's the spacer for the smart card reader. There's all the ports. They're all soldered because Lenovo is a dick. Oh, except for that USB port right here and that Ethernet jack. Everything else is soldered because Lenovo is a asshole. It's just, anyways. Here's the internals. You could see them with the hardware maintenance manual. Anyways, I did not need to open this to show you, but that's about it. What a complete. Next time I'll open up this like off camera or some shit. Frick. This does not want to go back on. I fricked up. Get back on, please. There we go. That's some not very nice sounds I'm hearing, but that's fine. Hopefully I didn't break anything. If I did, then it's not ThinkPad quality. There we go. All right, now let's screw everything in. Oh wow, these weren't captive. Dang. Little be cheaping out. Thought they were captive. Screw this back in. I don't have skills for camera working, all right? Filming this on my phone, what do you expect? It's not going back in. There we go. So here you are, ThinkPad T14 Gen 1. Very nice keyboard, very nice all-arounder for under $300.